Hello, I'm Kenneth Kinn. Welcome to What's Going On at Atlantic Cape.
And I'm Max Finneran. Here's the top stories for this week. The Cape May campus is collecting non-perishable food items and manual can openers now through April 1st. The items will be donated to a local food bank to assist those affected by Hurricane Sandy and living in temporary quarters.
On Tuesday, the Student Government Association is holding a student empowerment event from 12:30 to 2:30 in the Walter Edge Theater on the Mays Landing campus. Guest speakers will offer helpful information on redefining yourself along with financial tips, and others will share their stories of overcoming hardships such as drug addiction and abuse to become successful individuals.
Also on Tuesday, students will be honoring Black History Month at the Worthington Atlantic City campus by reading essays they wrote inspired by Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech. The event runs from 12 to 1:30.
In other Black History Month news, Tuesday and Thursday are the last two dates for the Craft Bazaar sponsored by the Black Student Alliance. Vendors are on hand from 10 to 2 in J Building. And on Wednesday, the Walter Edge Theater will host Road to Freedom, a live performance and multimedia event highlighting the works of civil rights advocates. The show runs from 12:30 to 1:30 and is open to all.
Believe it or not, Ken, Friday is March 1st already.
Time flies when you're having fun.
That's right. And anyone who's lucky enough to be graduating this spring, Friday is the last day to submit a graduation application. Now let's check in with the R and Tools report.
Hello everyone and welcome to this week's On Tools Report. This week I'm going to bring news to you about the new PlayStation 4, the Google Chromebook Pixel, and the upcoming Outlook.com. Last week Sony held a PlayStation 4 event in New York City where they discussed the new developments. They said the upcoming system will focus more on social networks and streaming games online. They did not show what the console looked like, but it will be available for the 2013 Christmas season. It is rumored to be priced around $429 to $529. They did unveil the newest Bluetooth control called the Bluetooth DualShock 4. It has a touchpad in the middle and the PlayStation 4i, which has two cameras to capture player movement, a wider angle, and the ability for facial recognition with software. Google announced the release of their first laptop called the Chromebook Pixel. It has a 12.5-inch display at 2560 by 1700 pixels. It is a good comparator with Apple's high-end Retina display laptops. The screen is a multi-touch as well as it has a cursor. This laptop, though, is only available in Wi-Fi capable, and in this spring it will be available in LTE from Verizon. The downside is that only Google-based apps will work on this laptop. iTunes and Microsoft Word cannot run on this system. It starts at $129.99. Finally, Hotmail.com is going to be replaced by Microsoft Outlook.com. It encompasses many Windows 8 features, but you don't need to have it in order to use their email. It is currently only available for preview, but once it is up and running, you will not be able to revert back to Hotmail.com. That's it for this week's On Tools Report. I'm Dino On Tools. Now let's send it over to Julian with the Sports Buzz.
What's up, Atlantic Cape? I'm Julian Anderson with your Sports Buzz. Today in sports news, Atlantic Cape's Buccaneer baseball season starts the 5th of March. Tryouts have already started and are every Friday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. The ladies softball team has also started and the season begins on March 15th. Practices are from 3 to 5 and cuts have yet to be decided for both sports. If you have any questions about signups or the upcoming season, contact the head coach, Ronnie Velarde, on either of the links below. Now for today's memorable moment of the week. The Bucks' very own talented volleyball player, Sarah Street, was honored as Woman of the Year by the New Jersey Association of Intercollegiate Athletics for Women. The award ceremony was held on January 27th at Seton Hall University. The award is presented to one exceptional athlete from each college in the state. Congratulations, Sarah. And that was your memorable moment of the week. And now here's my new partner in crime, Pat Campbell, to give us some insight about the sports beyond Bucks Nation.
Thank you, Julian. On February 12th, the International Olympic Committee, better known as the IOC, voted to remove one of the 26 core Olympic sports. In an unprecedented decision, wrestling was chosen to be removed from the 2020 Olympics.
Wow.
Wrestling now joins a list of 7 other sports vying for inclusion in the 2020 Games. The wrestling community immediately took to social media in order to garner support for their cause by creating numerous Facebook pages and using hashtags such as Save Olympic Wrestling. As wrestling is one of the most universal sports, an outcry of support has come from all corners of the world. Most notably, a personal letter to the IOC from former Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld on the importance of the sport. More information on this topic can be found on Olympic.org, or if you would like to sign the official petition, it can be found on letskeepwrestling.com.
Well, they definitely got my signature.
They have mine too.
Well, that's all for your Sports Buzz. I'm Julian Anderson.
And I'm Pat Campbell.
See you next week.